We forgot to Hi.
We're here.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
night.
Shit. Oh my god.
It's only 2 a.m. here.
Oh my god. I literally sat down in my seat. How long was that intro? A minute and a half? I sat down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, let's see. Steven, hi. I can't talk. Hi,
Good
Steven.
morning, Stephen.
For everyone that's watching or will be, I think I'm getting sick. We'll find out. My ear is hurting and I feel like Jello, but that's not stopping.
To be fair, you've always been sick in the head.
Now it's just migrated south.
Oh. Now, if it goes too much south, that's an STD.
Shit. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm kidding. Icy Spirits, how's it going? I'm not gonna have the energy that I usually have, or not the energy. I'm not gonna have all the smiling that I usually have. That's all you get. But what number is this? 20 is 27, right?
27 is correct. Yeah, I double checked.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Haunted Casket episode 27, where Bill is here running the show. Damien is back once again, and I'm here basically in spirit. Damien.
Right. Damien has a spirit talker going, so we'll be able to hear you.
That phone app one that you used the last time?
Yeah, it's the same one, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to be able to be out forth to add like as much. So, Damien, how are you doing? Tell us what's been going on with the life of a human Ouija board.
Well, I've absolutely been inundated with investigations and researching. So
Okay,
I've kind of branched out.
I remember you saying a while back that you were interested in like making a brand or like a name or like an account. Do you have a name picked out yet? Because if you do, you got overflowed with other stuff that I didn't see.
I do, but I don't. I set it up and then forgot the passwords to log in with it. So yeah.
Do you know what's funny though?
Good job.
I kind of did the same thing. So as you know, I rebranded like as a whole a long time ago, the VHF thing.
Yeah.
And before that, I was Haunted Faith, which HF and VHF means that, but it also anyway. The Haunted Faith was more just a paranormal. I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to figure it out though. So when I went to rebrand, I went to like change ownership of the Haunted Faith Facebook page, but turns out the owner was the We the Haunted podcast, my old podcast, the Gmail, and Lily, my old co-host and cousin, not my fourth cousin, but my cousin. Um, uh, she had the rights to all of that. I thought. I never logged in. She did all the technical behind the scenes work while I did all the research and reaching out to everyone. I reached out to her. Hey, do you have this information that I can have? And she goes, no, I never had it. And then I go, oh. She goes, you told me years ago that you logged in, remember the sign in, and then just kept it open. I'm like, fucking awesome. So that I took off the ownership of We the Haunted, but I'm not allowed to take ownership on my email because I have to get permission from We the Haunted before I take ownership. We the Haunted is no longer associated, so can't get emails from it.
Okay.
So it's just out there with no one to post and no one to do anything to unless someone hacks it and throws up some weird shit.
Yeah. Well, everything I've got is fingerprint, and every time I use my fingerprint, it logs in as me.
Yeah.
So, and it gets confusing when you run the two accounts, and it doesn't help when you got trolls getting you banned for trying to sell body parts when you're not actually selling body parts, you're donating them. So
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. So, Damien, you've been missing from our side chat for quite a while.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed. I'm kidding.
You know, we were talking this weekend, and I found out you were banned from Facebook.
Yeah, that's banned.
Okay, how did that happen? If it's a short story or a long story. I don't care.
Remember the last time I was on your show and Bill wanted my arms and I says he could have them?
Oh, that's what got you banned?
That's what got me banned. Some trolls reported me for selling body parts.
Oh,
Sorry.
that
so I'm expecting a ban after this episode as well. So
well, that's why I named the episode "Banned Together."
Oh no, fuck this shit. I'm
makes
out of here.
sense. That makes real sense.
Yeah, I read, granted, I'm not really in the right mind right now, but I read band together as like a band, like come together. But then I read it more closely just now, and I'm like, you know what? If I haven't gotten banned from the shit out. Do you remember a certain type of film that I talked about not too long ago?
Yeah, if you didn't get banned then, you're not going to get banned.
If I didn't get banned, then I'm not getting banned. See, the thing is, Damien, I will message you the word, which I'll say this. It's funny that you get banned by mentioning selling some body parts whenever I can mention a certain type of horrific underground film series,
Yeah,
and not get banned. If you know, you know.
So
But
I was actually thinking about this after Damien and I talked over the weekend. I wonder if he got banned, but we did, like, no one even said boo to us. Maybe it's because of the differences in laws between the UK and the US. Because selling body parts in the US is legal in most states.
it's legal here as well. You just can't sell ivory.
wood.
So the fact that I'm actually donating them, it's not selling. You know what I mean?
No.
So you can legally sell human body parts in your area, but you can't have a nice morning wood.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
What?
Ivory is like wood and like tree, right?
No.
Oh, what's ivory then?
Elephant tusk. I don't think he's woke up yet.
He was not prepared for that, apparently.
But they actually did me a favor by getting me banned. You know what I mean? It gave me time to actually step back from social media, go back to the drawing board, do my ABCs, and refresh everything that I started from scratch. So they actually did me a favor. So I'm actually going to do 1 week a month where I'm not on social media, and I spend that time either catching up with my photos and evidence or actually physically getting out myself.
That's a fantastic idea. I think more people should do that.
So that's the reason I've got the long hair now. Winter's coming, and I'm going.
I was about to ask, is that on accident, or are you going for a long?
No,
hair?
I've been growing it all year, ready for the winter hills.
Okay,
it's going to get really cold, so I need the body heat.
Yeah, he's
Welcome
starting
back,
to look.
Bailey Basinger. Welcome back.
Yeah, Damien's starting to look a little bit like Sasquatch.
To find sassy, you got to be a sassy.
Tell that to Ernie.
But not only that, I've never had long hair in my life. And I thought before I go and bald and lose it with old age, I'd at least have long hair at least once.
Growing mine out back down to here.
Mine's is definitely getting there.
Oh yeah, yours is where I want mine to actually be.
Yeah.
I had a buzz cut all through high school because of basketball. I just didn't want to mess with all the shit, right? Got out of high school, grew it out because I just figured let's do a change. Went through a dark time, shaved it all off. Now here we are. But it takes my hair forever to fucking grow. Like this, like
See, my hair doesn't grow like
this
that.
is 6 months.
Oh wow.
It grows slow as shit. I'm just gonna keep my hat off. I don't really care. Well,
I
Yeah,
can't take my hat off.
I'm at 2 days.
how often do you shave? Okay, this isn't a paranormal podcast anymore, but I love it. How often do you shave your light bulb, Bill?
About every 7 to 10 days.
So does your peach fuzz get thick, or is it always like relatively like minute? Like, does it get like actual like recognizable peach fuzz, like the beginning of, like of a beard, or is it like a woman's face to where like it's short, all white, you can't see it?
Depends on what part of the head you're talking about.
The head that's
So
on top
around
of your
the-
shoulders.
Around the sides and the back, like it'll start getting dark and like it's very noticeable. But up here, nothing.
Have you ever played GTA 5, Bill, or seen anything about it?
Yeah.
You're a paranormal version of Trevor.
Fucking Trevor. Speaking of speaking of fucking Trevor, so
Fucking Trevor or fucking comma Trevor?
fucking comma Trevor.
Oh, okay.
Every time I see a FedEx driver,
Oh.
I yell fucking Trevor, especially if they're blocking the road. So at this point, all FedEx drivers are named Trevor.
Hey, just don't give him my last name and we're solid. Because technically, all my customers or like everyone that's on my route knows my first name because I got to give my first name on like the route on the work area. When that first became a thing, let's see, what can I tell here without fucking doxing myself?
Is that
In
your link?
my area, I'll get back to that in a second, Damien, before I lose this train of thought. In my area, they were going to take a headshot picture and put it on the work area, but you had to give consent first. 82 people in our terminal, not one person said yes to that. I thought it was funny. But you said something, Damien?
Is that new tattoo ink?
I've got this all within the last 6 months, yeah. Have you seen
You guys
any
have
of
been
it?
around for 6 months.
No. I'm
Oh.
too scared. I have been around. All I could do is
Okay.
watch the videos. I can't comment. I can't leave any
Oh.
likes. I can't.
I'm taking
share.
you all on a little journey.
It gets kind of boring.
I'm ready.
I have shorts on. Don't worry.
I love how you got the Scottish flag on that.
The Scottish flag? What? Oh, on the buzzer. Oh. But yeah,
It's
so
See, I've got my little Ouija board.
I added
Oh.
the B and the skull to the Get Haunted.
Sweet.
I added my number to my arm, which is not 28, it is 82. I know it's backwards here. And then my motto for just life and found footage shit, it's all a mystery. Which way do I go here? It's all a mystery. And then my favorite found footage horror movie, which I'm
Nice.
thinking about adding the word Halloween underneath the VHS, because the new one that's coming out is called VHS Halloween, and that would just be just a really easy excuse to tattoo Halloween on me.
Mm.
So, yeah. But do you
Do you
have
think
any?
your spirit? Do you think you'll keep your tattoos when you're a spirit? Then, I hope so.
Do tattoos have a high enough frequency to keep up with your bodily frequency?
Mm.
So if you can keep your tattoos when you're a spirit, then Damien will be able to talk to himself.
I will.
Be able to play with
I'd be
themselves
stuck
to-
in a loop.
Talk to himself.
No, but since they're on his arms, will he also be able to play with himself?
Because what I have noticed is my tattoos aren't in my dreams.
Hi, Sarah Feaster. You came in at a very odd question, and I apologize. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. No, Chris, Rob, or Sarah. Oh, this is me and Bill's podcast. They can hop on if they want. Like, they have a free invite anytime. But this is the Haunted Casket, me and Bill. So, yeah. Kaylee, oh, by the way, just because of this, Kaylee's new name is Bailey.
Oh wow!
Not legally, but for the sake of fucking with her, it's Bailey. I honestly, there's not any backstory behind that. We were talking shit here, and she was in chat, and I accidentally called her Bailey by accident, and we just ran with it. Ian Murphy. Oh, sorry,
Kaylee. At Mid Orange in November, you should take Trevor down and show him the tunnels. And if only one of you comes back, that's okay.
I'm killing Kaylee. I guess that's the thing. But yeah, I'm going to Mid-O. So anyone that's going to Mid-O November 15th for the if I can be closer to my mic for the get together, I will be there. That is my yearly trip, my yearly Halloween trip, even though it's technically after Halloween, but still.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, you guys get all the best facilities, I tell you.
Yep.
We don't have as many castles as you do.
I'm not gonna lie. I would take a Scottish castle over anything the US has to offer any day.
But I think the actual
because not only for the spirits, but for the environment, but also for the meditational cleansing. There's more than just the paranormal to it.
Well, the two castles I've done recently was Castle Menzies and Castle Balgony. So I did them with Haunted Scotland. First time I've signed up and I went into the public side, which was
Bailey chasing. Oh, fun, not too funny.
We really could start a band now.
Yeah. I'm down to start a. Let's start a internet band because obviously we wouldn't be able to tour. You know, your guitar.
I'd love to play the guitar. I've got two left hands.
I'm ready. Let's go.
We ain't bluegrass, bitch.
My banjo's downstairs.
Ding 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 ding. I'm
not sure where my fiddle's at.
I got a soprano ukulele, which you guys have seen on here once in the past. And believe it or not, I'm actually good at singing if my cat's moving around his fucking food ball. I forgot to feed him.
For a second there, I thought you said your cat was mooing, and I was going to have so many questions.
I'm actually a good singer under two conditions. One, it's not harsh vocals. It has to be clean singing. And two, if it's lower in pitch. I actually have a friend that's actually signed to a record label. And he said, like, obviously I'm not good enough to be like on a label. Like, I'm well aware of that. But he said, for someone who has no teachings, no education, he just got in front of a mic and sang. Mm-hmm. I started karaoke, go into karaoke about a year ago. And he said over the past year, if I sing low, I actually sound like half decent. And I'm like, I'll take it. So if you want to start a garage band of low singing vocal, goth bluegrass, is that a thing?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Goth bluegrass. I need to look that up. I don't think I've heard of them.
Lululemon. Fuck you, Bailey. The only reason I didn't stutter on that is because my throat hurts.
Whoa. You said it.
I know. I was going to say the only reason I said it is because I'm getting sick and my throat hurts like a motherfucker. So everything everything I say like right now has to be like slowly pushed out, or else I'm going to shock my throat with like vibrations and it's going to pierce through my ear. I'm not doing that.
No, I can't remember the last time I was sick.
But Lululemon.
All right.
Lululemon. Sorry, that was racist.
So Oh, that was funny. Oh, we're definitely gonna get banned together this time.
That's for sure.
We say we always wanted to do a haunted cast shit like After Dark. Well, fucking here it is.
Yeah, that's every one of them, dude.
What does my Sprite smell weird?
I'm sorry.
As you can see, I'm still only drinking Red Bull.
If
I
I
did
drink,
try and get off it, but I'm not as strong as Trevor getting rid of the caffeine.
I have a very non-addictive personality, so when it came to, it's all real shit here, right? When it all through my life, when it came to caffeine, a couple of hard lessons I had to learn, self-harm, all that shit, I just cut it cold turkey. And once I was done, and once I didn't have any of that for 2 days, then the rest was just a breeze.
Yeah.
The only, honestly, the worst part about all the things that I've cut out in my life is caffeine. Bill's a witness. I was I would get home from work at 5 and crash out at 7, and sleep for 12 hours every night for 2 months. We had to cancel one Haunted Casket podcast because I slept through it. I woke up to 8 notifications from Bill saying, "I guess we're not going." And at 6 a.m., I'm like, "Fuck." But yeah, it's
I wish I could sleep for that length of time. I really
I
do.
wouldn't, honestly. I wish I wasn't in that position to do that. But
Yeah, but Damien, if you slept like that, you'd miss our show.
That is true. That is true. I've
Now,
missed so much.
The thing is although caffeine is technically a drug, if it doesn't fuck with your mindset, fuck with your behavior, make you lose friends, I wouldn't cut it out. You know, if you're living life like weed, some people in life abuse weed psychologically, don't realize it, and have to cut it out. Some live with it fine, like Sarah. If you're living fine, then do it. I wasn't living fine, and I didn't know that till a lot of friends were like, "Hey, you're being a bitch." I'm like, "Fuck you, right?"
Yeah, this podcast almost didn't happen.
Yeah, I was intolerable. Where was it at? It was in Ohio,
Fairfield County Infirmary.
Yeah, that was. Didn't know I was doing a damn thing wrong until after the fact, and I was like, "Shit."
But see, I would have to leave the house and actually socialize for people to tell me that. I don't like daywalkers.
That's fair.
No, you socialize with ghosts, so that counts, right?
Yeah.
Ernie says you need to bite the bullet and get him. Wait, I thought they said mullet, not bullet. I'm like, you need to bite the mullet and make a trip. I'm like, Ernie, what are you on?
He needs a partial haircut for that.
Yeah.
The only thing stopping me is finances at the minute.
Do you have? All right. So, question: Get haunted event or not? If you, and money aside, like you were coming over here tomorrow. If you were coming over here tomorrow, I am very sorry about that. That came from nowhere. My apologies. If you were to come over here tomorrow, what would be the first paranormal thing that you would do? You don't need caffeine to be a bitch. I know I learned from you after I got off the shit.
First paranormal thing.
Yeah. Investigation, go to a certain place to do research, talk to a paranormal.
I'd be investigating from the plane out. I'd be doing it on the plane. I'm going to make a long distance call, so the person next to me is going to be shitting his bricks. Oh,
is the Atlantic Sea haunted? Let's find out. You start seeing like foggy mist following the fucking plane as you're flying over the Atlantic.
See, speaking of haunted planes, I have been trying to find out what planes have parts from Flight 451.
Yeah,
because I want to take one of those flights.
I've been looking, but they don't seem to be want to list them.
Does Nesper have a part of that, right? Wasn't that on the Devils on their Own the tour? They had some sort of plane from a haunted piece of plane from something. I
don't remember if that was the one that they had.
Let me see. Nesper. I'm going to type in Nesper haunted plane parts.
That was a big plane that they actually cut off. They used everything out of that plane that they could.
Yep.
Yeah, so according to the AI overview on Google, the haunted plane parts and the New England Society from I don't know why I'm reading that whole fucking thing. The haunted plane parts from Nesper are fragments from the Eastern Airlines flight 401. According to paranormal the legend, parts salvaged from the wreck in 1972 crash. We know all the rest. But yeah, they apparently yes, they do have it.
Hmm.
Yeah, according to Google's AI overview, which more times than not is the only part of AI that I actually enjoy because it actually gives me answers, not draws me a shitty picture of a person with 10 fingers.
You see,
Yeah,
if I could get a bolt from 451, I would insert that into my car's body.
Your car's body or your current body?
My car's body.
Car's body. Oh, okay.
All right. So Sarah's asking about the flight. So let's do a little story time. So I was mistaken. It's flight 401, not 451. So it was a it was a flight that crashed in trying to see when it happened. I don't remember.
Here it
72.
occurred 1972.
Yep. It was a
The
Lockheed.
to be more specific, December 29th, 1972, a Lockheed L-1011 crashed into the Florida Everglades, killing 101 people.
Yep. And
Yep.
when they did their normal plane crash thing, they took all the wreckage to a warehouse so they can investigate everything to see why it crashed. A lot of the parts of the plane were still usable. So they put them into rotation as replacement parts. And there was dozens of planes that ended up with parts from this plane. And there were reports for, a decade or two after the crash of, these planes that had those parts having paranormal activity on it.
There was phantom passengers sitting in seats. There was flight attendants walking up and down the plane that weren't actually there. I think there was pilots as well seen at one point.
I don't think the pilots were seen. I think they made like announcements over the intercom when the captain didn't actually say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely I haven't flown in a long time, but that's a flight I would take.
Yeah.
And I have a very dark question, but it also can be seen as a hypothetical question, but also very sensitive. And I mean this in a genuine asking way. How haunted do you think the plane parts are from 9/11?
Not at all. They don't exist.
Disintegrated.
Yeah, there's nothing left.
Like there's no like a fragment of a door or anything. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
No, so you got to keep in mind that that crashed into the World Trade Center, and then you had jet fuel burning for a long time. That burns hot. And then on top of that, you have so planes in their hydraulic systems use this substance called Skydrol, which is nasty stuff. It will eat through almost anything.
Is it acid?
It's a highly corrosive, thick fluid it's a hydraulic fluid. We actually use it at work when we're doing testing on certain parts because we have to actually have actuators moving. And there's been a couple times where we've had leaks and it ate right through the floor.
So it's not something you want to get in your eyeballs then.
No.
Is this something that you before it's contained, you got to put your hands in one of those glove machines and handle it inside of a containment?
No.
Okay.
You have to wear proper PPE in order to handle it, to clean up spills or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Because it's pretty nasty stuff, but it won't eat through.
I know it's special containers that is shipped in that doesn't dissolve.
Yeah.
If the plane crash inspired Final Destination, I mean, there's so many ways that you die in that movie, the series itself, that I'm sure a plane crash to some extent. I'm sure just the idea of planes crashing did. Because correct me if I'm wrong, there's no like plane crash scene that's referring to like an actual real life plane crash. Is there?
No.
Or is it just like people in like a half cab with a green screen and in the studio?
Probably alive, where they crashed in the Alps, and then the survivors ended up having to eat the the bodies to survive.
Hmm.
There's a really good movie about that. I can't remember the
Mhm.
name of the movie, but we watched it like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Yeah, that was a re-release from the first one, I think, called Alive.
Yeah.
But that's based on a true story, and I think the plane's still there and still there.
I believe so. Yeah. And
Mm.
some of the bodies are still there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
So
one. I'm looking up a video. Give me 1 second. You guys.
speaking of Final Destination, we were going somewhere recently, and there was a truck with all the logs on it driving down the road, and Tanya and I just looked at each other like, that movie came out, Final Destination 2 came out so long ago, but it created like generational trauma of
Mhm.
when you see that, you don't go anywhere near it.
Oh, I do. I do. It's you're guaranteed to
course
get
you
straight
do.
to the front of the line of traffic because nobody's there.
Yeah. Well, you're also a little bit crazy, so.
Yeah, well, there is that as well.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between our logging trucks and your logging trucks. I mean, ours carry Christmas trees.
Yeah. Ours carry behemoths of trees.
Yeah, yeah. But the Final Destination series, you've actually got to watch in reverse. You've got to watch the newest to the first, and it actually goes. It makes more sense if you watch it backwards.
Really?
Mhm.
I might have to do that.
But I like the one where it says choose their fate because you actually get to choose whether they live or die. I really like that one. I think that's number 2 or 3. I think it may be number 3.
Oh, I heard your phone go off.
Yeah, I was shot.
I was shocked.
She's been talking away quite pleasantly. It's in airplane mode as well, so.
To those that are still here and will be here till the very end, I'm going to be playing 2 promos for a found footage full-length film that I made, and also a promo for another video that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm not feeling like dog shit. That explains like all the art and stuff that I've been kind of teasing. So if you're interested, stay till the end. Back to regularly scheduled programming.
So you still doing the VHS videos and that, or have you finished the recording for that now?
Oh no, I'm the ones that I have already filmed for. I actually I can tell you right now. Storage folder, new videos. So like the found footage stuff will be something that I do till the day I die. But as far as everything that I've filmed, I have filmed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I filmed 10 so far, not including the ones that I tested out when I first changed. Those aren't that great. 10 actual like happy with. And then I've only uploaded 3, so I got 7 more films that I'm going to be uploading or need to edit. Then the next found footage one that I put out will hopefully be at the end of this month before Rock Island, because I want people to see it before then. It's called A Night at the Ditto House. It's 18 minutes long, and it's where Ernie and Denise live. And one night, I'll look at that here in just a minute, Stephen. Oh, I got invited very kindly from Lisa and Sherry. They booked a overnight stay and they invited me. So it was me, Lisa, Sherry, Ernie, and Denise, obviously, and we just had fun, felt at home, and investigated a little bit. And this film is sort of, it feels like very homey, feels very comfortable, feels very comforting, but also has a very weird underlying sense of something's always about to happen.
So do you think you actually connected with the Ditto House spirits and they actually and sort of like?
Oh, in general, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the Ditto. Granted, the Ditto House is only 1 hour and 45 away from me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 hours drive because I leave right after work and it's rush hour. If I were to leave like at noon when no one's on the road, hour and 45. But anyway, yeah, I don't go there all the time because
Yeah.
it's their home. It's not just a random place that they operate. But yeah, I went there. I was there 3 or 4 times before that time I filmed, and I had a very interesting encounter there, but not like mind blowing. So I was sleeping in.
Have a good night, Sarah.
You have a good night. And while I'm telling this story, let me look at what he sent me. So I was sleeping in their son's room, but he's moved out, so he's there to visit. And I was sleeping in his room. Bed's facing the gaming setup. Window corner to your left and to your complete left is a bathroom.
Yeah.
I was laying down to fall asleep at 3 a.m. It was after one of those. It was after one of their campfire like events, and I laid down out of it, ready to pass out, and I heard like this like muttering whisper, but I couldn't tell like if any words were even there. And I, knowing how haunted that place is, I heard them come from the corner by the bathroom. So I leaned up and I said, "Hi, how are you doing?" Nothing. I didn't hear anything back. I'm like, fine. Went back to sleep, or went to start to fall asleep. Heard the muttering again. I got back up. Then I said, "I'm hearing you. It's okay. I'm here to talk. What would you like to say?" Nothing.
The moaning was just Ernie.
Oh shit. No, if that was the case, I would have touched him. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But one final time, it was like half hour later. I was almost like asleep, and then I just hear a "Hey," like if someone was like trying to get your attention and like sneaky, like very quick, "Hey." And then I lean up, like I thought Ernie and Denise like were trying to let me know about something. That's why like I actually felt the urgency to get up and check it.
Yeah.
I looked around and saw no one. I'm like, okay. One last chance. If there's anything that you want to say, I feel like I can see you at this point. Voices coming from the same area. What would you like to tell me? Sat there for 2 minutes staring in that corner. Nothing. Finally went to bed. Never heard anything else the rest of the night. So, but what part of Kentucky are you? My grandpa lives 16 miles from the. I live as west as you can get. I'll just say the town. My town is so big it has 3 zip codes in it. I don't care. I live in Paducah. There's 3 zip codes. Have fun trying to find me.
It's right on the border with Missouri.
Yeah, I can get to the Missouri border in half an hour. I can get to the Illinois border in 5 minutes.
Okay.
But, yeah.
See, I can get to the border of England in maybe an hour.
Oh shit! That's
What's
the
that?
plot 401 door.
Oh, okay.
That's the Nesper one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that looks like they're set up. Yeah, that's what they had at MSP when I did their Devils on Their Own thing. So they have a whole ass door.
Wow.
Cool.
I would have to knock on it and open it.
Well, we'll get to see that again on October 4th at Rock Island.
Yes.
I
Have
know
you ever
it's
seen, like,
going fast. It's tight. This year's flew.
Yes. I don't know if I hate it or if I love it.
I don't know.
Because the thing
this
is,
summer has fucking sucked. So I'm kind of happy to get out of it, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to winter.
yeah. Actually, I am for one reason and one reason only. I like my apartment cold. Like, if my central heat and air could keep up with it, I would want my apartment at 58. 62 is 58 to 62.
That's
I keep
our
it-
summer.
I keep it at 68 because if I go any lower, my power bill is going to be out the ass. Not that it already isn't. But during the winter, I'm turning everything off. And if I get cold, space heater.
Mm.
Just like wear
see.
thick clothes and fucking live like a caveman. Go back to my
Yeah.
roots.
Well, that's the way to do it.
So going back to Rock Island for a moment,
Yes.
in my preparations for having my museum there, and
Mm.
Damien, you're gonna like this. I just finished doing an inventory of everything I have. Do you want?
Okay.
Who wants to take a guess at how many Ouija boards I have?
Okay.
Well, I think, what was it, 138? I think you had last time.
What did you have? What was the last number that you told on a public forum or stream?
I think
Just so we have
115, 120 was the last time I brought it
okay.
up on the podcast.
The last time I asked you about it, your reaction was godsmacked priceless. So I doubt it's like 10 extra. So
150.
Ouija boards are like your Amazon wish list. You don't care what your bank account says. So I'm gonna go with.
We're counting planchettes or just the boards?
So we're talking just boards. So I'm going to give you a number of just the boards,
Okay.
and then Ouija board adjacent items.
Okay.
Okay, so like your axe and guitar count too.
That's a different number.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
Okay.
so when I did the inventory, I broke it up into 3 categories. I had
Okay.
boards,
Yeah.
Ouija board adjacent, which is like games like Mystic Eye, Ghost Rider, Kabbalah, where they're more related to like pendulums or writing planchettes or divination, but it's not necessarily the alphabet. And then I have what I'm calling exhibits, which are Ouija board related things, but they're not a board. So that'd be my Ouija axe, my Ouija doll, table tipping, scrying, slates, things like that.
So specifically guessing Ouija boards as themselves with
I'll
letters.
say 151.
I'm gonna like overshoot it here, and because like my gut's telling me to overshoot it. I'm gonna go with 202.
Oh God, I wish. No, I have 143 boards.
Okay.
I have 19 Ouija adjacent items, and then an additional 13 exhibits. So that's 175 items that I will have at Rock Island showing up, and that's not counting the board that I ordered 2 days ago, because I'm only counting what I physically have on hand.
Yeah.
How are you gonna fit all of that in your minivan?
I don't know. Tanya asked me that same question, and my answer was, I don't know. There's a chance we might not be able to take everything.
If that's the
I
case,
put a roof rack on it so I can strap stuff to the roof of it.
if you can't bring everything, leave behind like your axe and the guitar and stuff.
If I can't bring everything, there's a table that I won't bring. There's a handful of boards that are either kind of lame or duplicates, and I'll leave those. Like the Supernatural Ouija board, I was so excited to get it because I love Supernatural. It's the stupidest board I have. It has nothing to do with Supernatural other than it has the name on it. It is, that board pisses me off.
Hell,
I'm actually smallest. That one.
I have one like that, about that size, but the letters are inlaid with human bone.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Tanya got that for me for our anniversary last year.
And, I still need you to send me. Sorry.
So I have one that I ordered that's on the way. That is a Dave Navarro board. So it's designed by Dave Navarro. He was the guitar player for Jane's Addiction.
I knew, and he also is a guest contestant dude on Ink, or not Inked.
He's the host of Ink Master.
Okay, yeah. I knew that name. Okay,
so he only made 30 of them. He signed every one of them, and I got my hands on one.
Sweet. Nice, dude.
That's sweet.
And then I have 2 boards that I designed and I'm making that I'm not counting those because I haven't made them yet. One of them is a Vincent Price board, And the other one, I'm not saying what it is because it's going to be a surprise for somebody at Rock Island.
Have I already seen it?
Nope.
Okay.
They don't
So
know
you-
they're getting it either.
So
No,
with
like,
the amount of boards you're taking, you're going to try and get them all being used at the same time, or is it no touch only?
In general, I go no touch for the museum.
Mhm.
I have certain boards that do not get used ever, either
Okay.
because of some of them are signed by people, so
Yeah.
those don't get used. I have some that are really old, and like I'm not using those because they're really old, and I don't want to
Yeah.
damage them. And then I have like when we do lectures and things, we have about 10, 15 boards that we bring with us that I don't care if people use. So we let people choose which one of those that they want to use when we do like lectures and demonstrations and things.
Sweet.
I have an idea. And I think you're gonna like it.
I'm listening.
This is not a new invention. Don't worry about that. It's an investigational experiment. What if it'll be like your world's biggest Ouija board investigation? What if we get as many people as willing to come into like a giant circle as possible, and each person gets a Ouija board, but with like one person on the inside, one person on the outside of the circle. So like two people are using each board, and we get copper wire wrapped around two copper clips, and we clip together all the boards, but like we're kind of whispering, but each person is investigating, doing their own thing, and seeing if multiple spirits can come together on each board, but that the energy that gets put into the board from each spirit gets tethered among the copper wires, and it creates like this portal inside.
All right. So I'm going to modify this just slightly.
Okay,
Whoever's
good.
in the middle is going to disappear.
Oh, my throat hurts. Fuck you. Oh.
So what we do is we do it in two parts.
Oh,
Part
that
one
hurt.
is what you just said. Everybody's investigating separately, and we do that as a kind of a warm up to build up the energy.
Mhm.
And then the second half is questions get asked by the person in the center, and the goal is to give every single one of them answering at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if we're gonna do this, there's a stipulation, because I love this idea and I'm all for it, but Damien has to be here for it.
Oh yeah. Coming October 2028.
I'm going
This
to rob a bank tonight.
thing.
So Damien, whenever you're coming to the States, let us know.
Yeah.
Give us as much, let us know as early as possible. And we'll set that up. We'll do that.
And I will travel.
I'm definitely game for that. Definitely game.
And I'll travel anywhere in the U.S. I don't care. I will come to you. Although you'll stay like in the Northeast, because I doubt you want to buy a plane ticket and then buy a rental car and drive 8 hours. So
Well, that, and if we're gonna get haunted involved, most get haunted people are in the Northeast.
yeah, and Mid-O too. We can do it at Mid-O. Does Mid-O have like a giant opening area you could do that in? Okay, I assumed they did because it is a correctional facility, but
Yeah.
okay,
The bigger the space, the better.
that's what she said. I think. I don't know what space has to. I'm gonna shut up. I don't. I'm gonna drink
And
Sprite.
we need to get a Roomba. A possessed Roomba.
Yeah.
I've been looking, but I can't find one.
Hell, just
We gotta get a couple possessed Labubus.
I do not. I understand your infatuation with them, as far as like in theory and idea, where it's like they're not demons. That's a talking point for history. This motherfucker here, Bill, Damien. This motherfucker here, the guy right here. He bought what, 2 or 3 kids' toys? 2. He bought 2 low boo boos and said, look what I got. And I wanted to look at him and be like, so when are you hitting puberty? Like, what's going on
Look,
here?
hey, hold up. If buying kids toys is wrong, lock me up.
Yeah.
Because I have a whole room full of Legos over there.
Of course you do.
Well, today I'm wearing a t-shirt and it's my happy face. Look. Hold on. There we go.
Hey, there you go, Pikachu.
Pika Pika.
That's my happy face.
I mean, I get, and I'm not hating on anyone. I'm just kind of venting. I get when people buy like pre-built kids toys, like action figures, Barbies, Labubus, that type of thing. If they want to resell them, collect them, keep them in their box, and then in 20 years, one's worth $600, I get that. I would do the same thing for a profit. But like, I see, and this is no hit on you, Bill, because I'm not saying that you do this, but I've seen on TikTok when Labubus were like the trend, how like 28-year-old women would buy them and spend $8,000 flying to Italy for like an Italy only Labubu. I'm like, you have your priorities so wrong. I don't know what
Trevor,
to
you
tell
are old enough. You should know about what happened with Beanie Babies.
I don't understand them either.
But you just said you would have no problem for a profit.
Well, you know,
and
like
that's exactly what this is. Like they are so popular that people are buying them, waiting a month or two, and then reselling them at a huge markup.
Yeah,
Like
I'm sure a lot
they're
of people.
only $22 to buy one.
I'm sure a lot of people are, but what I'm saying is I've seen videos, very few, where like people older than you will go and buy them and rip them open and be like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, you're in the same group as like if you're older than the age of 25, going to Disney World for yourself, you need to be psychologically checked out.
All right, so Trevor, I'm gonna have to 100% disagree with you on this.
Okay.
Because like you're talking to somebody who will periodically sit down with a coloring book and crayons and color. And I sit on the floor when I do it. It's very meditative. It's just relaxing. And
Paint
it's just
by numbers.
I never thought I'd say this, guys, but I think I act older than Bill here.
you most certainly do not.
Oh, just kidding.
No, you never. If you lose your inner child, then it's a
No,
life.
You've lost everything at that point.
Yeah, I'm just giving them shit.
I mean, you have the sense of humor of a child. That's
I know.
for sure.
I know. I also have the musical taste of a child. If I'm ever like in a concert, I am not standing still, just swaying. I'm throwing fists, throwing arms, getting mosh pits. Like I will be 65 in a Lorna Shore mosh pit, throwing hands.
You think that? Tanya and I were in a mosh pit earlier this year. We are way too old for a mosh pit.
I get squished. I can't do mosh pits anymore.
I'm going to see Lorna Shore live on a Wednesday this month. I don't know if it's a Wednesday that we do a show. Let me quickly check that. It is
That'll
not
be a good gig.
No,
that'll be a really good gig.
It is not. We have a show on the Tuesday and the 17th. The show's on the 24th, so it is an off week. But
last year I went to a concert on a Wednesday and we had to cancel a show because of it.
Well, we did cancel, but we didn't have to.
This September I'm going to a concert on a Monday.
I hate how like concerts near us, it never fails. It's Wednesday at 7 or Monday at 5. It's never fucking 11 o'clock on a Saturday.
Oh no, I've done Friday and Saturday concerts.
I've never been to one, ever. I've always had to take off 2 days of PTO of work just to go to. I've never, unless it was like a local hometown, like in a brewery show, then yeah. Like if it's like a band that's big enough to actually sell out a venue, I've never been on a weekend ever.
Well, I wish about 200,000 fans getting absolutely smashed on a Saturday night. How many bodies would actually still be there on the Sunday morning?
It'd be like Terrifier 4.
Which a trailer for that is supposed to come out in the next month or two.
They're not even filming yet, or are they?
Yeah,
I thought filming was supposed to start next year.
It's supposed to wrap next year.
Okay. Just went to a concert. What concert did you go to, Steven? I know you're into rock and stuff too. I just don't know what kind of rock. I hate country, but I like country. So I don't like modern country. I like 60s to 80s country, like John Prine, John Cougar, Webb Wilder, that type of stuff. Stuff that actually tells a story about the life back in the day where country's all there really was. There was no city.
Oh, nice. 9 Inch Nails. I saw them years ago. They were great.
Oh, they'd be
Now
good.
country's like, I
Like
fucked
9
my
Inch
dog,
Nails.
my wife cheated, and my tractor ran out of fuel. It's like, shut up.
Closer
But
is a brilliant song.
Ryan Dayton, these guys. Look at this dude. He's
Hey,
trying to look.
hey, I know that picture. That's Convent.
Yeah. This guy out here trying to be cool and shit, and he's succeeding. See, okay.
That's just his theory, though.
So I have I have a hot take about Ryan. Not really a hot take, just a weird opinion. I guess that's the same thing, just not as like hot. But anyway, Ryan Dayton is for a fact handsome, for a fact talented, and for a fact knows how to do shit. But if he wins this jackpot that he's making videos about, I have a feeling we will never see him ever again. Like something, he's gonna make some wild exit that might get him canceled, that might not. I don't know. He's gonna do something wild because he already does wild shit, but like within reason, and I find it fucking awesome. I'm making you blush, but
He's definitely got skills. I mean, I'll probably do some crazy stuff and it'll be undocumented and I'll just disappear.
because
Whereas
everything
he's
Ryan
actually
does,
he can film it as it's happening, produce it, broadcast it, and post it all at the same time.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Ryan's fucking talented with the camera and telling stories. Everything that he does publicly within reason, like personal life. He's one hell of like online talent. Me, I am too, but like I recorded 360p and watch and make shit no one wants to see. So like that's kidding. but I have a feeling that once Ryan wins this thing, he's gonna make some like weird teenage Houdini bullshit, and you're never gonna see him ever again.
Or he takes on Zach Baggins and wins.
Okay, Ryan.
That's a good one.
Ryan,
for that one.
if you can hop on this stream right now, we're gonna continue that theory while Damien asks questions. Let me know if you can hop on. I will send you. You'll never see the end of me. I live for the pettiness, and that's why
he's
I
gonna
love you.
take on Baggins. I knew it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy this link, and you're gonna come on if you have time. If you're relaxing and can't, no worries. I'm not gonna force you to, but I'm gonna send you a link, and you accept that shit if you so choose so. And we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about if we win the paranormal the billionaire, what we would do. As much as I fucking talk and love about Zach Bagans and shit, I really don't care about him anymore. So like, let's just talk shit. I don't care.
Well, he lost his museum, didn't he? It all burnt down.
I have no
I didn't
idea.
hear that.
I thought one of his
could not tell
properties burnt down. Yeah.
The last thing I saw about Zach Bagans was every now and then, like I don't follow any of his pages because they post too much and I can't keep up with everything.
Well,
Like,
he doesn't do social media anyway, so it's all copycats.
Oh, he does Instagram a lot. He lives on Instagram.
I don't have an Instagram.
Oh, okay, but yeah, the only time that I ever see Ghost Adventures anything is if he pays to sponsor a new season, and that's it. Which I'm like, cool. I still don't care.
I mean, I struggle just to have Facebook running, and I still get banned.
Actually, you don't struggle. You just fail because you get banned for.
As long as it's a fingerprint, I'm okay.
So, when did you find out? Like, did you wake up and go, Facebook's not working? Or
Yeah.
like, how'd you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was actually, it was exactly that. Somebody made a comment and I tried to post and it says, you're currently on a ban until such and such a day. You broke the rules. And I was like,
I don't understand ban because ban
What rules
means
did I
like
break?
you're gone forever. Suspended means you're gone for a short period of time, right?
yeah. Well, my first suspension was on one of the Get Haunted shows. I think
Oh,
it was
really?
it was when Ozzy died, and they were talking about Prince of Darkness, and I says, "Well, I'll see a Prince of Darkness going to come through my equipment tonight when I'm doing the Estus," and that
Man,
got me banned for
yeah.
3 days. So, but what they call Prince of Darkness and what I call Prince of Darkness is two different things. So,
There he
and
is.
it's just trolls. Gotta love them.
What's up, you sexy bastard?
What's up, Ryan?
What up? Sorry, I have
So-
my phone open.
So, a general question for you that we kind of already said, but then let's just talk about it. And Damien is the king of question. I'm not sure if you two have met on stream yet, you and Damien.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, cool. Then you know
I've been,
he's
I've been kind of nice to this one.
Yeah.
he's a fellow gentleman. Damien is the king of. He's the Scotland Sherlock. Kind
No,
of.
there's better than me out there. Trust me. There's a lot better. I'm no
But yeah.
Sherlock.
You're making a bunch of fuss out here, Ryan, about winning all these jackpots and money. If you got handed one, because I'm sure no one's going to win for a couple days. Let's hypothetically say if you win $2 billion right now, what would be your first step?
I would probably buy up the most popular haunted locations
Give us a
And
top
then-
three,
and then
Like,
own
just-
them.
like
I
off
would
the top of your
buy-
head.
I would buy Trans Allegheny. I would buy Penhurst, and I would buy. Let's see, we're in West Virginia. I want to kind of keep the East Coast because I want to live in the Carolinas. Like that's my dream. I
Okay.
live in like South Carolina or something. So then I would probably buy a third building.
How about
Uh,
Old Hospital?
no, I like them.
I'd
I
buy
like,
Alcatraz.
I like the owners there.
You know what? You know what you should buy? The Ditto House.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'd buy Alcatraz. I'd move in.
Hell, send.
Oh. Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yes, actually, I love that answer because it needs new owners, so we can actually like do paranormal stuff there. So Eastern
Yeah.
State, absolutely.
Send speaking of the Ditto House, if she's in here, send Denise a link to Venmo to buy it, and she won't know what Venmo is. She'll be just confused.
But yeah, I would definitely buy up some locations. I've honestly like thought about buying a location, but there's too much on my plate at the moment right now to where
That's
I
fair.
don't think I would want to do it. Eventually, I think I want to, but
What
I almost bought one 2 years ago. There was a place local to me that like, we were looking to buy a house, and this place popped up that used to be a nursing home, and we're like, oh shit, like there's a good chance that's haunted. If we bought that, we would open it up to ghost hunters because it was a decent sized place. But somebody put a offer in on it before I got a chance to go check it out.
yeah.
Wow.
So what is the location that you wanted to buy, Ryan? Or if you can even say it. The one you considered.
Oh no.
about.
I was just saying like I was like looking around for places that would be like so there's not like a specific place or whatever. I know we're kind of right up the street from me. There's an old school. It's an old elementary school that's been actually like abandoned for shit, I don't know, over 20 years now. And I don't know if you guys follow the Philadelphia Flyers, but that's the school where one of the people was riding in his Corvette and hit the steps and died.
Oh,
I forget
Damn.
I forget his name, but yeah, that's the school right there where it happened. Like it's the steps of the front of the school. But
Was it an
that place-
accident or was he targeting?
He was drunk.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, coming back from I think some bar or whatever. I don't know if anyone's in the comments and like you know what I'm talking about. The flyer who died in a car wreck. And it was in
Yeah.
Somerdale, New Jersey.
yeah, I've heard that story. I don't remember who it was though.
The goalie,
Steven says-
Steven knows about it.
Yeah.
I forget his name though. But I live like literally like 2 minutes from there.
Have
But-
you ever went and investigated like on a weekend?
No, it's all boarded up and everything, and
Gotcha.
it's like I don't know. I don't really know like a history of the school at all. It just kind of looks creepy. And I'm like, that'd be a cool place. I'm sure.
Is
Who
it-
owns, who owns it? Is it state owned or is it publicly?
I think it's state.
Is it still functioning, or is it just a empty
No.
vessel?
No,
Okay.
it's boarded up, and then I think I did do some research on it before, and I remember seeing that there was like an asbestos problem,
Hmm.
which
Well,
is why
those
it
old
closed
schools
down.
will always have asbestos problems.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
no one ever bought it to like fix it up, or I don't know why it was never torn down either, though, which is kind of weird. Lindbergh, that was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was a big old school right next to my elementary school that, you know, from the time I was little, it was all abandoned and boarded up, and it was a place I always wanted to get into and investigate. And when I was in college, somebody bought it and they started renovating it to turn it into apartments, and then they ran out of money and somebody else bought it, and I kind of stopped paying attention to it. About 5 years ago, it opened up as an old folks home, and they allow people to, well, they allow one group to do paranormal investigations there. So they will do like public investigations. So I've actually gotten to go in there and investigate it finally. And it was active for sure. That was
And
a
how do
good
I
night.
how do I sound, by the way? Because I'm using these new like earbuds where the
We-
microphone is.
We can tell that the sound's a bit echoey, but like it doesn't sound like bad or peaking. There's no peak to it. It
Okay.
sounds like good earbuds.
All right, I was trying to like figure out like the best settings or whatever for it.
Sounds good at my end.
Yeah. You sound like you're talking to a really good AirPod. You sound good enough.
Oh, all right.
But like out of curiosity, and I guess this is a question for anyone here. What's the most active place you've been to that you did not expect? It could be a hole in the wall, small town, or like some massive place.
Old Hospital on College Hill was way more active than I expected.
Was that because of what you saw in the basement, or just something else?
Even beyond that, like just you're in there during the day and you'll see shadow figures walking around.
Gotcha. I feel like that's the
Did,
Ditto House.
did you
too.
feel like that place was more like residual though?
No, like there's definitely residual there, no doubt about it.
Mhm.
But there is a lot of like active stuff. Like so when we were doing the boys versus girls a couple few years ago,
Yeah.
like, there were shadow figures walking around watching what we were doing, like very clearly following us, watching us, like checking out, and you kept getting this every time you'd see them, you get this feeling of the fuck are you doing in my home?
I still think shadow figures are a different entity to ghosts. I
So
think they're different caliber.
so I think shadow figures are a manifestation of a ghost, but shadow people are a different thing.
Hmm.
So I
Well, so,
differentiate
like-
between them that way.
So if a shadow has more defined features, you think there's something else?
They seem
Yeah,
to be more
Okay.
aware.
Yeah, it's
Speaking
like
of
the
shadow,
Hat Man kind of thing. And
speaking of shadow people and defined features, there is a place around me that has the folklore of hellhounds. Have you guys ever experienced a hellhound?
no, but I have a funny story about one.
All right. Now I'm
So-
curious.
So at Mid Orange, the night that I
shit.
met Rob. So Rob, he doesn't do tunnels.
Yeah,
Somehow
I
that
told her
night
that.
we got him to go into the tunnels. So we're in there and he's telling us the story about people seeing a demon dog or a hellhound or something in the tunnels. And Tanya's only half paying attention. She just hears dog in the tunnels and she just starts going, "Oh, come here, boy, come here. I got treats for you." And Rob's like, don't do that. Don't do that. And he turned around and left the tunnel.
I actually have a funny story about a dog too, but it's not in a tunnel. So, with the previous event company that we worked with, I was this drive was killer. If I didn't get paid a good amount, I wouldn't have done it. But I drove all the way 11 hours north to Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and to investigate their in their asylum, and the rotations and breaks were all done. It was free roam time, and I was in the main lobby with all the other employees, and just hanging out, tired as hell. And then some random guest comes out from outside where you're not supposed to be at, but she got through us somehow and said, "Hey, why is there a naked man outside?" And I
What were
go,
you doing, Trevor?
"Fucking
It was
what?"
me.
I was waiting for you to say something. I knew you were going to
Yeah,
chime in about this.
just running by like,
And we were flabbergasted. Like, out of everything random that's paranormal, like, oh wow, you saw this huge, massive apparition. Let's go, cool. Naked man. Why is there a naked man outside? And all three of us were like, one more time. What? Naked man. And not to mention that he's on all fours. And that's when we're like, before we freak out, show us what you mean. So they take us, like, people started like following us. Like, it was like a group of 10 guests and then 3 or 4 employees. We followed them out to like this outhouse, solid 30 yards away from the asylum, where we later found out that's the storage little shed for the owner. Like, he just keeps like tools and shit in there. Turns out he was only gone for one night. That was the night that we were there. And in the distance, we weren't hearing anything. There was nothing vocal about it. But we started seeing this white thing on all fours pacing back and forth a solid 5 or 10 feet. Like, wait. So we all kind of paused and went, hello? Under the impression it was a naked man on all fours. We said, hello? Who's there? Nothing. We get closer. Speak, please. We won't hurt you. We won't call the cops. Just let us know what you're doing here. Next thing you know, we just hear a roof. The owner's dog had a kennel on site, and big white golden retriever was just chilling there in an overnight kennel.
how was that mistaken for a naked man?
That is a good question. We got up to the dog, like fence to fence. Dog was not angry. He was just kind of on the fence, like wanting pets. We looked over at the girl. Don't remember her name. We looked over at the girl, and then we go, "This is the naked man you see, or you saw?" And she goes, "I feel so stupid." And then I go, I have a question. I have a question." And she goes, "Yeah." And then I'm like, what man on all fours does not make a noise eventually? Because there has to be drugs involved. If you see a man on all fours that long with not making any noise, what goes through your mind? She gets pink-eyed and flustered and runs off. And I'm like, all right. On that note, we have half an hour left. Let's go get a drink. Sprite, Coke, or something. But yeah.
Well,
so
since Damien was bringing up shadow people and all that, do you guys think shadow people have clothes, or do you think they're just clothes don't exist to them?
I think they do have clothes, because the Hat Man. I mean, he's wearing a hat.
Yeah. I've seen the Hat Man. Hat Man definitely has a hat.
Okay, so that's an interesting thing, right? And I was actually just like reading something about that the other day. What's with this Hat Man? Like, why is this like the most common shadow person ever seen, or whatever?
So yeah, like, he's seen all over the world.
Hmm.
Almost always with a fedora or that kind of hat, but sometimes on a different kind of hat.
Question. I have a good theory before it leaves my mind, because that happens with my brain. It doesn't happen to yours. If he's seen all over the world, and there's maybe more than one of them, do you think he acts and behaves like Bigfoot? And if so, do you think this Black Shadow Man with a hat is what inspired the Men in Black?
If you let me finish, I would have answered all that.
All right.
So he's seen all over the world. The most of the stories I've heard with him is that he just observes. He normally does not interact. He's there, he observes, and usually you feel kind of off when you're around him. You get sick to your stomach, you just feel empty, things like that, which I don't think is something he's purposely doing. I think it's just a side effect of him being around.
Mm-hmm.
But my grandmother has seen him twice, which blew my mind, because she waited a year to tell me, even though she knows I'm into this stuff. I guess she was in the living room, and she looked up, and there's just a shadow with a hat standing in the doorway, and she just looked at him and goes, "You're not supposed to be here." And she just heard the words, "I'm sorry," and then he disappeared.
Oh, he actually said, "I'm sorry."
So he's
Yeah.
intelligent too.
Yeah.
That's
And then
unusual.
we actually investigated a Hat Man case. In fact, it was at that school I had mentioned. The night that we investigated there, one of the people that lived there asked us when we were done if we can come up and investigate their apartment. Sure, no problem. So we came up, and they started explaining what was going on, and what they described the Hat Man. And they said, he would just be standing in the corner. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't interact. He just stands there and watches me as I do stuff. And then he's there for anywhere from a minute to half hour, and then he's just gone. But the whole time he's there, I just feel empty inside, no emotion, sometimes a little bit sick to my stomach. And as soon as he's gone, I feel fine. That's the Hat Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that describes the Hat Man to a T. Some of the theories I've heard about what the Hat Man is that he's something interdimensional that's just kind of observing what we do. I've heard extraterrestrial that they're here observing. I've heard people say that it's a demon, but those are usually from people who think that everything's a demon.
Yeah.
You
See,
know,
my encounter with him, he didn't present himself to me, but somebody woke me up to show me what it was, and I tried to break the shadow by waving my hands in front of curtains, everywhere around the room to try and break the shadow. But when I touched them, that's when I went, "Oh, you're imagining things," and I went back to bed and fell asleep. And that was my encounter, which is not like me, if you know what I mean. He just made me go straight to sleep.
It makes me think, like, are people, for whatever reason, right? And I'm not taking away from anyone's experiences, but are they, since he's seen all over the world and everything, right? Is this just something that humans, like, going through a stressful time or something, where they see this thing, like their brain makes them see this thing, and it always has a hat, that way it humanizes it? You know how, like, when we see shapes and stuff, like we can see faces and all that? Well, that's like from cavemen days. That's like for survival.
I think it's more to blend in with us so that we're not less scared, or it's to cover maybe something under the hat.
Yeah, because there's stories that go back hundreds of years, thousands of years of something that could possibly be the Hat Man, and it seems like the hat changes over time.
Yeah.
Like the Black Monk of Pontefract is sometimes considered possibly being a Hat Man, and it's not so much that it was a monk, but they were wearing a robe, which was a head covering from that time period. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be trauma related. I know the case we investigated, she had just lost her father, so there was trauma there. With my grandmother's, my grandfather had died maybe 2 years prior to her seeing him, so maybe that's far enough away that it's not trauma related. I don't know. I think we'd have to dig into a lot more stories. And
I mean, I did some research into the type of hats that I saw, and they were, at the time for the period, they were lined with mercury, and that's how you got the terminology as mad as a hatter, because it made people go mad. So I'm wondering if it's the mercury that's actually preserved them with that hat on, or it's something to do with the mercury that's actually done it.
Oh, I haven't heard.
Which is why there'd be so many of them around the world.
Is that like the definition of the Mad Hatter?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So the podcast Astonishing Legends did a really good deep dive. They have an episode on shadow people. They deep dived it. It's like a 2-hour episode just talking about shadow people and stories and whatnot.
What's it called? I'll have to listen to that tomorrow.
Astonishing Legends.
Astonishing Legends. Okay.
Yeah, they're great. They do really deep dives into just about anything high strangeness, ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, or anything else in that realm. I like them because
that's how we managed to get Freddy Krueger, because they used that story of the Hat Man to create Freddy.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, it was inspiration for Freddy.
I wonder if the Babadook took inspiration from that, man.
The Babadook, that's a different folklore. That's
Oh, okay. I just know he has a giant hat on.
yeah. I'm trying to remember the story of that one, and I'm blanking on it. But there's a different folklore from, I think it's Eastern
It's
Europe.
like a haunted book, and the book is very thin, but every time you read a page, it apparently changes. So every time you read the book, he comes alive more and more and more because the story and the incantations on the pages change. So every time you read this book, you're just summoning him more and more and more and more until he just comes through and kills you.
Yeah, the folklore is a little bit different than that. I'm having a hard time remembering where it's from or the details of it. It's been a while since I've read up on that one.
Yeah, I can't say I've really paid that much attention to the Babadook book.
It's all fiction and story. I don't think it's based off of of any actual true encounter. I could be wrong. That's my knowledge of it. But I am getting tired.
I'm gonna be filming in that place, Ryan. Did you see his comment?
Oh, I saw a tall. I can't speak. I saw a tall, dark shadow figure with a black suit, black hat, black tie, white face at Rock Island Roadhouse in the old boys' locker room. Is the locker room near the boiler room? If I remember correctly, it's Denise. How's it going, sister? Haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Love you, sister. I hope you're doing well. You're
Yeah,
kind of up late.
We're filming that Rock Island place that Thursday before the Paracon.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Are you selling tickets, or is it just you and your sister?
No, it's just me and my sister. We're gonna do a Paranormal Theory episode from there.
Okay, cool.
You're there the whole weekend, right?
Yeah.
If you managed to do all the investigation, all the editing, and everything on top of that,
he's a
in
single
24
male
hours.
with no wife, with no kid.
Yep.
Because being real here, I'm also single with no kids, and I make a good amount of money I'm not poor, but I'm not rich. I'm doing well for myself. Once I pay bills, which is 5 bills, and food, which I cook
I'm not one of
everything.
them, unfortunately.
I cook all my own food. I never eat out because it saves money. I have a couple hundred, if not more, each month to put into traveling. I'm able to randomly drive somewhere for hours, and and that's why I would love to have a girlfriend at some point to share those stories with, but I don't want a kid. Fuck having a kid. I don't no. Nope.
I have a personal meeting with myself.
Ryan, I know it's a personal question, so if you don't want to answer it, it's all good. But are you interested in having kids, or are you just a partner and having fun with life?
No, I want to have kids.
Okay, cool.
Eventually, but I want to have kids with someone that I can stand for more than 2 months. So
That's fair. I forget you're doing the night shifts. Denise, the best of luck.
I think the average price now is if you have a child from 0 to 21 is about 1.2 million you spend on them.
The last study that I saw was as far as college, school, food, and clothes go, just those 4 things. In America, the basics, like you don't go over and about like the basic needs that your kid needs. The lowest on average that people are spending right now is $250,000 a year, and that's like nothing fancy.
Yeah,
a really shitty phone, clothes from Walmart. Which nothing wrong with any of that.
My pizza kid better get a damn scholarship.
Yeah, right.
My
stepdaughter is about to turn 18 in November. So
does she have a scholarship? We're getting personal. If you don't want to answer that, then that's fine.
She's still trying to figure out what she wants to do after high school, but it's been nice the last 8 months because she's had a job. In fact, she worked full time all summer, and she's got her own car and she's starting to buy her own stuff, which is nice.
Your kids are bougie.
I just can't even imagine like having children. You
Yeah,
know what I
see,
mean?
yeah, like, and I had that same outlook, and I say I had that same outlook. I still do. Like, whenever
Like
I
little
turn,
me is running around. I'm enough.
Think of it this way, Ryan. If you have a kid, right? Think of all the paranormal experiments you can do with them. Bring them to haunted locations and see if they get more experience because they're younger and more open to that stuff.
I could make them do all the solos.
There you go.
just name your kid Aaron Goodwin.
You're just
Builds character.
you're training them to be the ultimate ghost hunter.
Genetic upgrades.
Yep.
Upgrades.
Yep.
When I turned 21, that was my first like adult girlfriend. From the ages of 16 to 20, I was a heavy gamer. I didn't know anything except the outside of a TV studio where I worked and my gaming stuff. But when I turned 21, had a girlfriend, it fell apart. You live and you learn, right? And called my dad, my mom, everyone, hey, blah, 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 we broke up. And my dad's like, did you guys ever talk about having kids? And I go, we brought it up once, but it's just, we didn't last a year, so I don't see the point. And he goes, well, just an FYI, if you have kids, 90% of everything that you love to do, that includes traveling and doing everything you do. I don't know everything that you do, but
That's true.
all that goes away, at least for the first 18 years.
Yeah.
And I thought about that for maybe 10 seconds. I thought, no more traveling, no more investigations. I can't go out with my camera randomly and take pictures and film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah, everything goes their first priority. Always.
Oh yeah, and I get that, and I support that, and I love that. But that's just one thing that right now, mentally, I just don't think I'd be good at. I don't think I'd want that. Now, will that change in a year, 2? I don't know.
Well, for me, it'll never change now. I mean, I'm at an age now where it's like I can enjoy the rest of my life, so I can do the crazy stuff and have no consequences.
Damien's like,
no, no, yet. I lost. I did have cancer though, so I did lose one.
oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Single one.
you lost who to cancer? Wait, what? You said
He
cancer,
lost-
right?
Yeah, I lost one testicle to cancer.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. I guess you cut out.
One testicle.
I guess you cut out there for a second, and then I thought I heard I lost one test to cancer. I'm like, test, but okay, gotcha.
You only need one.
Tanya and I talked about
I'm
having
keeping that one. That one's a spare. That one.
It's like a spare tire.
Yeah, Tanya and I talked about having kids of our own, and she had her son when she was 19. So she is only just now being able to do all the trips with me, go to concerts and stuff. And like, yeah, no, I'm not taking that away from you now.
Yeah, and plus, you admitted to me a while back that you don't even want kids of your own.
No, I used to, and then I didn't. In fact, I didn't even want to date somebody with kids.
Yeah,
obviously that didn't work out. But I love my stepkids. They're fantastic.
See, and that's the thing. I was dead set on like when I was around like 24, right? I'm like, I'm gonna date this beautiful woman that I'm picturing in my head, no kids, travel, and that's the life. And then that nothing worked out. Now I'm 28, and I realize finding a girl that I'm interested in that we bond well without kids, not possible. Not in my area, at least. I'll speak for my area.
You know, having stepkids definitely has its advantages. So when we do go on trips, like going down to Kentucky for a trifecta, or going out to Rock Island, the kids are able to come up and take care of my dogs and, you know, feed the birds and give my dogs their insulin shot.
I'd be stealing all their snacks.
See, you say that, Bill, but what was that phone call that Tanya got at the trifecta? You remember that?
I'm not saying it goes smoothly all the time.
So we all come back from, I think it was dinner when we're all back at the Airbnb, and then I forgot my camera in the car, so I had to run back out and get it. As I was running down the stairs, Tanya was just like, yeah, it'll be okay. Just do this and this and that. I'm like, okay, cool. Everything's fine. I get in my car for a second, then back up. I swear, if I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she in tears almost. I'm like, what's going on? And Bill's like, kids and dogs. And I go, well, I'm not right now. I have neither of them, so I'm good. And then he goes, yeah, keep it that way. I'm like, okay.
Don't get me wrong. They can be a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But there's benefits too.
Yeah.
Like anything else in life, there's pluses and minuses.
I mean, if I was to have a child now, it'd be the Jersey Devil Mark II. It'd come out with tattoos across its body, and you know what I mean. It just no.
I feel like if you had a kid, Damien, I feel like if you had a kid, it would be the living embodiment of the Crow.
I mean, my stepdaughter's 31 now, 31, 32. So.
And you're
more of
how
that
old?
with how
You're
she
40
lands on
something?
it. Sorry?
You're 40 something?
Yeah, 40 something. I don't know. I lost track. So
So Ryan,
I think I'm 44 this year.
The first time me and Damien were on a podcast, it came up in conversation to guess each other's age. And guess Rob's, guess Sarah's. I'm not good with math. I was off on everyone. But I looked at Damien, fresh cut, no beanie, very shaved, well taken care of beard. I look at him dead in the face, and then I go, 29? He laughs for damn near 2 minutes. And then eventually Rob's like, damn it, what's your age? And then he goes, I'm 44. And I go, in what world is the webcam that I'm looking at 44?
Yeah, I stopped aging with the cancer treatment. It kind of slowed everything down.
Damien's always changing his look though.
Yeah, I'm going for the sassy look. To catch sassy, you've got to be a sassy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's going to get really cold in the winter in the Highlands. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but he could be Squatch Man's son right now.
What's that?
Nah, he's not that wild.
No, not yet.
No.
I mean, my next investigation is 25 minutes away, and it's to look for the Silverman.
I don't know what that is.
Silverman?
Silverman of Bathgate Hills.
I
He's
don't know what that is, but please educate us.
He's kind of like a photo negative.
A what negative?
A photo negative of a person that runs at about 50 miles an hour.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
I'm jealous of like how old your history is and everything. Like the United States doesn't have like that real old history.
I'm gonna disagree with you there, Ryan. We have that history. We just don't know it because Native Americans were here for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So we just don't know our history.
But they didn't live the same way though.
No, they didn't. But there's burial grounds and
like,
wars and
castles. I want a castle.
But the human psyche back then wasn't as strong as what it is now. So technically, the ghosts of today should be a lot more and a lot stronger because they're more aware of their surroundings. If you know what I mean, they're more attuned.
I know this is a random thought, but I feel like the peak of the human psyche first hit its point when DMT was first tried and ego death. I'm not saying psyche as far as like being smart and like revolutionizing stuff. I mean realizing what it means to be a human.
DMT's been used for thousands of years, dude.
I know, but like I feel like that's when the human experience itself peaked.
I think the human psyche is dipped. Too reliant on technology now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Too many people are using AI for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And not saying wrong reasons like damn them, cancel them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying so many people are using AI to make it simpler and easier that if they just took an extra few hours every day to create something from their own brain, their own psyche, it would be much more enjoyed.
Yeah, I have like a personal vendetta against AI. Like I'll watch just living on YouTube the way I do. And a lot of these new videos, like all their B-roll is just AI. And I'm like, ugh.
I can't, I
just don't like it. Like I'll use it in my videos, but the way I use it is like I'll shoot some B-roll, right? Of the last prison that we were at, the last video we did. The opening scene, like you'll see the camera kind of like look up and it kind of like pans like that. Well, I did that with my bare hands, but then I used AI to steady it.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
how I'll use AI. Like I'll
Yeah,
use it to like my advantage, not for my creative though.
Yeah, that's exactly what AI should be used for, as a way to enhance what you're already doing.
Yeah.
Like I use it when
More
I'm like
system.
writing music and stuff. Like I don't play with a band or anything, so I don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of. So I'll bounce it off of AI, and just kind of, it helps my creative process. It gives me that back and forth to be able
Mhm.
to help my creative process. So it's more of a enhancement than a taking the place of it.
yeah.
Yeah, it just makes me feel like icky. Like when
Yeah.
I watch that stuff, it's just there's no soul in it. There's no,
It's very
I don't
uncanny
know.
valley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like I can tell right away when someone like used AI for something. And like
The only time, I'll be honest, the only time I've ever used AI for art is sometimes I use it to create the thumbnails for the Pac-Man Paranormal Show, because I create their thumbnails, and no offense to them, I love them both. They're not the most handy with like new graphics for each and every topic that they talk about. Like they're just like, hey, here's a headshot of the guest,
The
and
most
here's
polite
our
dig I've heard in a long time.
that was very
Just
well executed.
here's a headshot of our guest. You take over the rest, and I'm like, I don't just want a black screen with heads on it. So I'm like, they say they have a guest that studies aliens. I'll be like, realistic alien coming down from the sky, and I'm like, you know what? This image is not being sold for money, so fuck it, and they don't care. So it's the only time
So
I'll
do you
ever use
believe
it.
do you believe the world ended in 2012 then?
No.
Have you heard that?
In what context?
The world ended in 2012, and now that's how we're living in the Matrix. Now we got uploaded.
Yeah, I'm about to say then what the fuck is this?
You not heard that theory?
I've
No,
heard
I
it.
mean,
I've
heard it.
never thought
I'm
about it.
very
I don't-
well aware of that theory, but it's like we didn't die. I don't
Well, how
think.
many people do you walk past in the street and assume are real and that aren't? How many of them are ghosts?
That is a
Why?
question I have asked multiple times when going to Gettysburg, especially when they're having like reenactments or
Mhm.
parades and stuff. It's like, all right, we're seeing all these people in uniform. How many of them are actual people?
Yeah.
Do you know what that
Were,
reminds me
were
of?
you at White Hill when that lady was telling the story of the picture that she took? It was like 2 years ago. It was the White
Probably.
Hill Paracon.
Yes.
Did you get
Yeah.
to see the picture?
I did not see the picture. No, I heard about it after the fact, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was like the craziest picture that I've ever seen. And then the story was just wild. Like it was basically what you're saying, like there was reenactors and everything.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, they dress up when they go to Gettysburg or whatever. So
Yeah.
this couple was walking past this other couple, and the lady's like, oh man, I really like her dress. And the lady looks at her and like nods her head like that, like a thank you. And they walk by each other. Well, she takes out her phone. She's like, I'm going to take a picture of her dress. She turns around to snap a picture of it. And in the picture, they're see through,
Oh,
Oh,
like
Nice.
full bodied apparition, detail and everything, but you can see the buildings behind them, like through their bodies. I'm like, yo, that is wild. Like that was a ghost that you just walked past that
Hmm.
acknowledged you.
You see, I'd like to come across just as a redcoat and see if I'd trigger for independence, more independence. You know what I mean?
we'll take you around Boston like that. No,
Hello.
my brother and I were in Gettysburg probably about 5-6 years ago, and we didn't know it, but they were having a World War II reenactment at the Eisenhower Historic Site. And so we're walking down the street, and the World War II era Jeep full of soldiers just drove past us. And my brother is not into the paranormal, and he even looked at me and goes, "Did we just see a ghost?" And it was like 2 hours later that we found out there was a reenactment. We're like, okay, probably wasn't a ghost then.
I'd seen one on the side of the highway before.
Same here. Not in
I was
Gettysburg.
driving.
Like,
I was
in
driving. No, not in Gettysburg. I was driving home from Cape May, and we were driving past. You know, like on the highway, you'll see like the memorial things, like where people like had an accident and like
Yeah.
died
Yeah.
there. We're going past one of them, and I see this like, I don't know, like preteen kid just standing there,
Okay.
And like we kind of drove past them, and I'm like, that's weird. And I turn around, there's nothing there. And I'm like, yo, what was that? And then I seen that there was a little memorial thing right there. And I kind of looked it up on the highway, and it was like 2 years ago that like some young kid got killed in a car accident in that spot.
Oh, wow.
And I remember like our high beams hit him and he was like gray. That's why I was like, that didn't look right. And I turned around like real quick, and you could see the headlights of the cars behind us in that spot, and nothing was there. So I'm like, yo, did I just like see this kid?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever shared this story before, that not publicly, but I was driving home from work one day. So I work in New York. I live in PA. It's all back roads, country roads going through. And I'm driving, and something ran in front of my truck. It was short. It couldn't be more than like 2 or 3 feet tall. And it was just like a black figure ran across daylight and just ran in front of my truck. And it was partially see-through. I stopped and turned around, and like there was nothing else running around or anything. I called Tanya and was like, I think I just saw Faye, because that's the only thing that I could think of that would match that. But yeah, I don't know what the hell I saw, but it was weird.
So would you say the spiritual energy is increasing, or do you think it's stayed constant and it's just fluctuating?
I don't know. That's a hard one to answer, because I think the more like people like us do it, we become more open to seeing stuff and experiencing stuff. So I don't know if things are getting more active or we're just getting better at witnessing it.
I also think the tech that we're using, right, it has its ups and its downs. It's the upside is it's getting more people into this field and making it more accessible for them and giving them like equipment and all that kind of stuff. But like take like the new digital recorders and everything, there's so much filtering that goes on in those new things that I feel like it kills the quality of the EVPs if you're capturing them. And that's why the DR60 is so good. Yeah, it doesn't have that.
And it's not like my EVP is any great. Like I bought my EVP like it's an Olympus from Best Buy from a decade ago. It's not anything high and mighty, but like it's still from a decade ago, and it's probably gonna have a lot less filters than what something nowadays would have. So I'm like, it's a piece of shit, but it's my piece of shit.
But you know, to build on what Ryan just said, people, you know, they having more equipment is great, and it gives you more validation and whatnot. But people kind of get lost in the equipment, and they just focus only on that, and they miss the experience, the spiritual side, the feelings. So I know the more I do this, the less equipment I use.
Yeah.
Although I did just build a piece of, I'm going to go get it. I built this piece of equipment that's really, really cool. I haven't shown anyone it yet. You guys are like, I'll be right back.
Exclusive.
So yeah,
like me and Emily really get into that, like where most of our time that we're investigating, it's usually done with like one REM pod, a recorder, and then us with the cameras.
Yeah.
Like I don't like using all that like different stuff, and like the audience likes to see the lights, they like to hear the beeps. I get that, but it's just I don't know.
So, one thing in history, in as far as paranormal goes, that pissed me off. Well, not pissed me off, just maybe question what their intentions were. When Ghost Adventures did their live investigation from Trans-Allegheny, like almost 2 decades ago now, I think.
Yeah.
They brought in that giant electronic cage.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, at that point, I wasn't some professional paranormal investigator, but I knew what a spirit box and how EMF worked and shit. I looked at that thing for 20 minutes. I'm like, what fucking Ghostbusters 3 bullshit is this?
that was for show, man.
And then the guy who like, oh my god, the EVP flew out of my hand. I'm like, I have a camera on you. You just whip that motherfucker.
It's TV, man. It's entertainment.
Oh yeah, they were trying so hard, like during setup and during the preliminaries. This is the first time anyone's ever doing a live like this. It's raw, it's real, it's in the moment. You'll never see anything like this. Here's a prop from Ghostbusters 3. Here's an old man that. Here's like,
I still like the pendulum. I still like that. Bog standard.
The only thing
pendulums are
about the
good.
pendulum, I like to use it. Just I don't use them a lot because nine times out of 10, if I'm in an investigation, it's in a Get Haunted event, and a lot of cracked windows and shit, and people that are and newbies that are so like gotta watch everywhere. They're hyper focused. They shake a lot. So it's like I want to buy like some cheap stands to like put them down.
Yeah.
But like
I use metal coat hangers.
yeah, hell, like
I do that for dowsing rods.
the last investigation, not the last investigation, the Devil's on the Run tour with Nesper at MSP. It was in free roam, and one random lady asked me, "Hey, do you mind to come show me towards the dungeon? I want to investigate." I'm like, "Sure, yeah, come on." We get the down there, and it was EVP and a pendulum, and then I'm like, "Hey, are you new to investigating, or are you?" And she goes, "No, I'm brand new. I just thought this was a cool area." I'm like, "Cool." She started asking the questions. It was not focusing on the pendulum at all. She was just doing this. EVP was in front of her. She was just doing this. Never looked at that pendulum once, and the pendulum the whole time was just. I'm like,
I always felt weird about hands-on things,
yeah,
like even Ouija boards, right? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and mess with them, or the same thing with a pendulum.
Come and give me a hug.
Yeah, but I just like, for me, I know that like I kind of like shake a little bit, and I just don't think I can trust myself or really anybody else holding something.
no,
Well, that's the thing with things like Ouija boards and table tipping and things. You really need to trust the person you're doing it with.
Yeah.
And you know, I won't do it with just anybody, especially table tipping, because table tipping is so easy to fake.
Yeah.
But here's the piece of equipment. So this is a replica of the very.
It's really hard to see. So
this is a replica of the very first electronic piece of ghost hunting equipment. It's based off of a 1930 Italian design, and I'm holding it. It's shaking. It's going to go off on its own. But the way it works is these pieces of copper, as if they move just a little bit, they complete the circuit and the light turns on. So I just finished this last week. There's a guy
that looks good.
Yeah, we're gonna start using this when we do seances and put it in the middle of the table.
Creepy.
That's like Conjuring creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. We're gonna
see what I like about that though, and I've had like really good experience with that stuff, is I almost feel like the simpler the better.
Yeah.
Like this is as simple as a cat ball. All it is motion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And how much is it to make one of those?
In terms of materials, I probably have like $25 in it. A little bit more because I used maple. It didn't have to be maple. I could have used cheaper wood. But it was a lot of time. I probably spent like 2 or 3 days just building it before even doing the finishing and the wiring and all that.
Yeah, and plus you got to know what you're doing with electrical.
Sell that shit for 80 to 120, however much you want.
So there's a guy in Italy selling replicas of for like $500.
Oh,
and I was so tempted to buy one. I'm like, I have to at least try to make one before I buy it for that price.
Yeah.
I have to, and
not to mention the shipping overseas. That thing in theory would probably be $200 or $200 extra.
It's $50 for shipping to the US.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna use it in an investigation for the first time, September 20th at McClay Mansion, which is a Get Haunted event. When we do our seance, we'll have this in the middle of the table.
Definitely keep me updated on that one.
Yeah.
Tickets on Extreme Ticketing. Click the damn link. Thank you. There we go.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun event because we're going to do table tipping, and then modern ghost hunting, and then the seance. And we've done the seance there multiple times, and it always goes real nice. We love doing the seance there.
Ryan wants to know, or is anyone seeing a new Conjuring this week? Or this weekend? It comes out.
Yes.
I don't know. So the Smurl haunting happened 2 towns over. It's pretty common knowledge in this area that it was bullshit. That like the family has fully admitted that they made the whole thing up to get recognition. They watched what happened at Amityville and you know some of the other Warrens cases that became really famous, and they wanted that. And so they fully admitted to making it up. And so
the Amityville book is still the only book it took me 2 months to read.
Is
I
that
never read anything about the family saying that. I know, like, I did some research on the case, and the case itself was very interesting, with what they said they were experiencing and all that. So I'm probably gonna go just for the entertainment aspect of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, we'll probably
those
go
type of
see it.
movies.
I just don't know if we're gonna go pay theater prices or just wait for it go to streaming.
Yeah.
Is it
But
being released in 3D?
How much is your ticket at your local cinema, Bill?
Depending on when you go, like $15 ish, roughly.
Damn.
I expect that price here, yeah.
Yeah, that's the most expensive ours gets is 8.
Well, you live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell?
My city has 3 zip codes in it.
Dude, my shit's like, my
Congratulations.
movie tickets are like $30 and then popcorn's like 20.
Oh hell
It's a
no.
ripoff.
Yeah.
I just sneak snacks in.
Thank you, Leo. I appreciate you. I'm not sure which channel he's talking about, but either way.
Yours.
Well,
Well,
we're streaming to mine and Bill's YouTube channel,
Oh,
so we're not sure which it doesn't matter. Thank you nonetheless.
Mhm.
But yeah.
So
Chris and I are really close to the Devil's Rocking Chair at Zach's museum that inspired the Conjuring 3. Huh.
I do have a haunted rocking chair downstairs in the living room. Came from a care home. Sister refuses to let us to have it in her house, so I took it.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am fading out. I'm fading out. So
before I forget though,
oh yes.
have you guys ever thought about buying you know what murder memorabilia is, or however you say it?
Oh,
Yeah.
murder memorabilia?
Is that how you say it?
Like clothes and like collectibles from murders?
Yeah. Well,
Memorabilia.
I was talking to some people that kind of have a bunch of that stuff, and I'm thinking about buying either.
Sophie?
Yeah, and then she like put me in the direction of people that are like selling it and all that. But I saw like there was like Charles Manson like letters that were like he signed. There's paintings, Ed Gein, and like all these people. I think I'm gonna start buying some of that stuff.
Do it, man.
Yeah, some of that stuff could get pricey real quick.
Oh yeah.
Hell, I kind of do the same thing, just with skeleton keys. I know that's just one thing, but
Dude, I saw on this website they had Charles Manson's glasses that he wore in his cell, and it was going for like $25,000.
Wow.
No.
shit.
I'll buy a lens.
Um,
I'm like, these were from Charles Manson. Right here.
Leo, a new viewer. We're gonna ask Bill this because Bill's the most educated on it. But what's your opinion on Ouija boards and why?
Oh man, we don't have enough time left in the show to do that.
TLDR the fucking thing then. Leo, just an FYI, we have been live for almost 2 hours, so we're almost about to wrap up. But like, long story short, if you had to give me an elevator pitch about talking boards, go.
Ouija boards are nothing more than a tool to communicate with the dead. No different than REM pods, pendulums, dowsing rods. This thing.
Yeah.
It's just a way for them to communicate with us, and it is not evil by any means. The history that you find online is usually wrong. The myth and superstition is usually wrong. Leo, if you want a deeper dive, I am more than happy to talk to you for hours on the subject. I have currently 143 Ouija boards in my collection, with a couple more on the way. Ryan, you missed the first half of the show
I
where
bought.
we went through my
Hold
inventory.
on, I just bought my first one. I'll show you.
Oh, nice.
This one.
I was hoping he didn't have any pants on.
No, I have pets.
Damn.
There we go.
Nice.
Where actually, I
10
think
bucks.
they're
It's a
in the
Playboy
car.
Ouija board.
That's the best
Yeah,
one.
it's
Yeah, I
the-
still want that one, Damien.
It
they're
is yours. It is yours.
they're in my car. They're pink and purple with unicorns on it. It's
Nice.
from
Where'd
like
you
the Dollar
where-
General or something.
Where did you
Oh,
get
the
it from?
Five Below one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
I bought
you know,
like 10 of them.
they were
Are
only
you gonna-
$5, and they're still in the store, and people are trying to sell them on eBay for 50.
But Bill, you're gonna have to chop my head and legs off. Because
That's
it's
fine.
a full board.
Don't say that
Yeah.
again. Everyone should get banned.
Well, I'll use your head for some Halloween decoration.
Preserve his hair and make a wig out of it.
So Ryan,
Oh,
if
the
you
hair will
want-
be gone by spring. This is just for winter.
Gotcha.
Ryan, if you want to start collecting serial killer memorabilia,
Mhm.
and you like Ouija boards, get Bob's board. It's supposedly designed by a serial killer.
Hmm.
And the story goes that he was in a car accident, had a little like head injury that caused him to develop empathy for what he had done, and he designed this Ouija board to speak to his victims to ask for forgiveness. And supposedly he left hints in the board itself to find where he buried the bodies. And there's the company that makes it is offering a $50,000 reward if anyone could find the bodies.
Ooh.
So if this $2 billion jackpot don't work, here's your other option.
I have 2 tickets this time for tonight.
So how often do they call them out? Is it every day?
Twice a
No,
week,
it's every
Saturday and
Mon-
Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Oh, I forgot
Okay.
about the Monday one. Yeah, I got my tickets too. You'll know if I won because I'll have an actual brick and mortar museum.
how much money are they?
$2.
Oh, okay, I've never bought a lottery ticket ever.
Yeah, $2.
I gave up. I won the jackpot 3 times, and 3 times didn't have the ticket on, so I just don't do it now.
I can't take
Wait,
that back. I've never bought one, but I've scratched one off. My mom got me a scratch off
That's
for
a
my
scratch off. That's different.
Oh,
If you want to play my numbers, they're 2, 9, 17, 28, 32, and 42.
So this man knows.
Say that again. I'm typing those down.
I know you brought up Sophie. We're filming there Friday.
Oh, nice.
Me and Emily. We're gonna do a episode from there.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to Amber about getting some ink after Rock Island.
Nice.
Amber. Oh, at Convent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how far away is Warwick, New York from Conjuring. Fuck, not Conjuring.
Convent?
Convent.
Probably a 4+ hour drive.
Okay, never mind. Because
Nah.
I want to get a death bat from Sophie. I already promised her that. From Mid-O to Convent.
Because it's 3 hours from me to get the convent.
Okay.
So it's 2 hours 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's still. I'm not driving all that way for a
Because I
tattoo.
live like 5 minutes from the convent. It's
Okay.
like next town over. And
Yeah,
it says 2 hours 25 minutes to get to Mid Orange.
I'm flying to Newark, and then I'm gonna drive up to Middleborough, stay, and I'll see you there at Mid-O.
Okay. Why don't you just like when you fly into Newark, just take the drive to Deptford, New Jersey? That's only like an hour 30 minutes,
I could.
maybe even less without traffic.
Is that where you live?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is that an invitation to crash with you, or is that an invitation to go to the convent? I'm confused on what you
I'm
meant.
saying the convent
Okay.
to
I
get
thought
your
it was like-
tattoo.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how much money I have saved up by then.
I definitely need new ink.
I get
Yeah,
relatively
you need a planchette on your foot.
What?
You need a passport so you can come out here.
I've got a passport.
Well, there you go.
Just
need
get a
the plane
real
tickets.
ID.
My gravestone's on my back though.
Do you have a real
Wait,
ID
seriously?
in Scotland, or is it just
What's
a
that?
passport? Do you have a driver's license that gets you anywhere in the world, or do you still have to use your passport?
It has to be passport.
It has to be passport. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well,
Yeah,
passport, that's anything.
Well, in the U.S. now, there's a real ID to where if you get a real ID, you no longer need a passport to fly
That-
anywhere.
That's
Oh,
not
really?
true. No, you still need a passport for anywhere other than Canada.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Canada's the only one that's accepting the real ID. You
My
still
mom
need a
lied to me
passport.
then.
I could probably
Okay.
do an internal flight in the UK Isles with my driving license, but it'd be a fight.
Sorry, I'm getting stiff, guys. Not
Because
like
you would just fly over to probably like Philly or New York. That'd probably be
Yeah.
your flight right over the water.
Yeah.
well,
It's
any
about
anyway,
1 hour
from
flight
here.
I
minimum.
live like 10 minutes from the Philly airport, so I'll just come pick you up.
Sweet. I'm just waiting for my crypto
You'll
And
to
I'll be
have-
like,
slide.
this is a Wawa.
Wawa is so good. I experienced my
Oh
first
my God.
one for the soiree.
It's overrated.
Well, for someone who's
Sheetz
never
is
had
way-
it,
Sheetz
it
is
was
way
really
better.
good.
No, it's
Who?
not. We
Sheetz
have
is
tons
way
we
better.
have tons of sheets around here. We're getting our first Wawa. I'm so excited. It's the only thing that I miss about living in southeastern Pennsylvania is
Yeah,
Wawa.
bullshit that you guys are getting Wawa, but we can't get Sheets. The
What's a
Sheetz
Wawa?
food,
So,
Sheetz food is so much better.
no. Sheets has a better options, but Wawa's better quality.
What's
Wawa
Wawa?
quality dropped. It's like a convenience store and
oh,
gas station.
A Wawa is like a gas station mixed with like a small grill and food.
Like deli.
Okay.
Yeah, like deli. Yeah, it's the first time that I went there. I got a chocolate milk with donuts. Amazing. Second time I went there, I got mozzarella sticks, pizza, and more chocolate milk. Not a single inch of that was horrible.
Well,
Honestly,
it is past 11, guys. We need to
Yeah.
sign off.
Oh shit!
Very
Fucking
good.
Greg Bakken goes on in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's make a hard stop here.
4 a.m. here.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining. Be sure to tune in to Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken here in 3 minutes. Thank you for saying something. I was lost. I'm not going to shout out a lot of names. Thank you to everyone who's joined. You guys were amazing. Be sure to check out Empty Casket, Paranormal Theory, VHF 82 Films, and Damien the motherfucking Smith.
Pray Daddy doesn't
and,
get banned again.
Yeah. And be sure to check out Rock Island, Esoteric Expo, ExtremeTicketing.com, and GetHaunted.com. And I was gonna make a joke about Paranormal Theory, but never mind. Be sure, have fun, take care.
Stay
Later.
spooky.
Enjoy Greg Bakken.